In Nuke actually being picked up here in the map pool, that's a bit unusual, but we do have Flipside and Echo Fox, so I hope you guys are ready for it, because this is America versus CIS. It should be an interesting matchup, I think. And Nuke, we know so little of that it's going to be hard to predict exactly how it turns out. What do you think, Semler?
I think we just need more time. I mean, I've been saying this ever since the new version came out, and everyone's like, what do we think? What do we think? And it's just like, we really haven't seen much of it, and it still feels like teams are playing it in the old way, the old version of Nuke. They haven't really totally absorbed this new Nuke, like all of the strategic possibilities on it yet. So we need to have more official matches on it. We need to see more teams playing with something on the line for them to start innovating and coming up with something new here. Because it still feels like a lot of teams are just kind of approaching it the same way that you did the old map.
Well, Roka right now waiting around for a tiny bit here in the ramp room, and this is one of those positions where I always judge people whether on they sort of played aggressively or defensively like Roka just did, and that's very smart. He spotted a lot of people and falls back immediately, and that's fine. He's not giving up too much map control doing so. Fantastic shot from Freakazoid, and he again is going to fall back and group up with Shazam. Very, very by-the-book play coming out of Echo Fox right now, but World Edit with those two headshots, I don't think they were counting on that, but right up until that point, things were looking real good for Echo Fox, and they were playing it sort of exactly like you should, in fact.
Oh man, this is painful, and he catches Sean Garrett as well, I believe, who was playing Heaven. So a free kill there, World Edit, 3 kills to his name. Roka making plenty of noise coming up the ladder. He needs to find that headshot, but he's not able to connect. Rix, in the meantime, however, will find 1, 2, not the third, but now that's the info for Roka. That's everything he needs. Now he knows where Markov is playing from, and so he can prepare for it. Bomb is planted nice and open for Hut as well, and Roka's, man, he's just stomping all over the place.
He doesn't have a kit, so he can't even just fake it. He's just going to have to run in here, and oh, that's a headshot. Can he actually pick up the kit? Someone, no, I don't think, does he have time? There's no, it is finally being picked up, and he will have enough time for the defuse. So what a way to come back into a round here. Echo Fox actually winning it in spite of everything, and we've got fans in the house. I love it. Not
only do we have fans, I believe Roka just teabagged that man on the side as well. So a little bit of a statement being made. Roka, too hot to touch.
I love that Echo Fox is showing us this level. I mean, again, these people have been playing sort of Nuke in the past, but still, it's something that people forget. And even when Nuke was in the active pool before, people still didn't always do it. And Nuke is on the CT side, and it's one of the reasons why it always was a very CT-sided map, is because you can take these forward positions and just keep falling back, you know? There aren't so many maps, like if you're playing B-Bomb side Inferno, you can only fall back once, and then that's it. You have to fight, right? So it's a little bit different here. Shazam with a good early start there. Scout to the face of Blade.
So that leaves it up to the 4 remaining players here. World Edit's got that bomb out in yard. Shazam exactly wants to get out there with that scout, make use of the scoped rifle. He is getting tagged down low, so he has to be careful, but he hits another headshot through the edge of the wall. Does not spot Waylander below by the red container, but that sets it up for Freakazoid to step on up here and get control of that bomb. So it pretty much falls apart from here for Flipside. They've got the single kill on Shazam, but they can't get up there to get the scout. And Freakazoid, another kill for him. That's actually the worst case scenario if you're Flipside. You just gave up 2 kills to some guy running around with an SMG. So bonus money in their pockets.
Third round is going to be coming up, and because Flipside got the $800 bonus for putting the bomb down in the first round, they're able to buy AKs very early on. Now, they have very limited grenades, and I'm wondering if that's sort of going to mean they're going to be maybe a bit faster here. They don't have a lot to execute with, so maybe just try and see if you can rush in somewhere, set the pace early on. They are pretty far back, so already we can tell that it's not going to be too quick.
Perfect flash, goes right off in the face of Blade, stops him from rushing into Hut. That's exactly what he wanted. Freakazoid actually opening things up here. Rix with a double spray, somehow that happens. Now that even the spot coming in here from Freakazoid towards T-Spawn, he actually does manage to get a bit of damage onto World Edit. But more importantly, it's a trade. Shazam will drop World Edit, and it's down to Shara and Waylander, the last 2 alive here for Flipside. At least they have the bomb.
I mean, that is a silver lining, but I kind of wish that that they wouldn't have done what they just did, which is put too few people into the lobby. I'll explain after the round exactly what I mean by that. And Waylander and Shara, very hard to get back into this round. They have a minute on the clock right now, so maybe if they could find a kill or so, they could maybe get the bomb down, but very hard to pull out ahead here.
No, they're going to have to count on the clock playing their way, but unfortunately, Shara is just stomping his way over here on the new railing that's been added on this side of the building, but Sean is holding on the other side of it. So he's not going to get caught off guard. He knows exactly what's going on here. He knows that Shara is working his way up, And so Freakazoid and Sean both watching hell, or heaven rather. Sean snuffs Shara, rather.
That is not an easy phrase to say.
No, that was actually a little bit of a challenge. I was underestimating it.
Especially because you had to put snuffs in there, so it's
I made life hard for myself there.
You really did, didn't you? Oh, Waylander, that's a good kill. I mean, if they could get 3 kills and a bomb plant in this round, which they cannot, but that would have been great. Shazam ends up putting it out. That's going to be 3-0 here in favor of Echo Fox. Now, here's the problem. This is the lobby that we keep talking about. This little box here is what's called lobby, and there are 3 entrances into it. There's that one, there's the one that sort of goes through hot in here, so a very narrow one, and then the one where you come through radio room from ramp. And the problem is, if you only have 1 or 2 terrorists playing inside lobby, then the CTs can go aggressive like they just did, and there's absolutely no way you're going to hold all 3 angles. So it's such a common mistake, and I keep complaining about it, and I'm going to keep complaining about it until people stop doing it.
Until they fully commit. At least have 3 people in lobby if that's what the game plan is.
Yeah, you should definitely have 3 or more, I think. Or just wait, you know, unless you're going to do something there, just wait anyway. Just don't go there until you're ready.
Or just 1 Shazam in the face. That works too. Waylander with the opening kill here in this round. It's an eco round for Flipside, but he has gone for the Deagle. So we'll see if he can actually get anything more out of that. Nope, Sean Gare is going to end the party. So the man with the mustache drops him, gets control of Yard once again. And it's going to be a 4-on-4 situation here. Flipside still ecoing. It's still taking their time. They're just playing it like it's a normal round, Flipside. They really do like to just slow play everything. Roka is a little bit more committed to ramp this time, though. And things are going to get a little difficult for him. There's the flash to try and buy some time. Point-blank shot just shuts down Blade. And we'll get the follow-up spray onto Markelov, dropping the bomb at his feet. So perfect hold there for Roka, even though he was fully committed. Bit of a scary spot.
Yeah. I mean, that kind of commitment sort of works if Sean is nearby, so that, you know, they can have a crossfire set up. But yeah, he definitely was either gonna defend there or just straight up go down. It will be 4-0 in the 5th round coming up.
Dude.
What?
Like, did you not just trip out? I mean, it was like a tunnel, man. The thing was infinite.
What?
Dude, I was losing it.
Oh man. Whatever has infected the desk has also made it onto the casting desk here. Not a good time. I think it looks like they want to speed up Flipside a little bit. You know, it looks like they want to see if they can get in there, but then these grenades that come out keep stopping them.
Just watching to see if World Edit can actually have an impact with this AWP at some point. I think that's kind of the hope, the dream. In the meantime, Shazam drops Shara, so this really isn't going to be panning out nicely here for Flipside. He's going to be able to rotate up. He had that pressure towards Secret out in Yard, but now he can just go back towards Hell, change up his angle. And well, Freakazoid, he's right on the edge dancing in front of World Edit, who will eventually find him, but miss the shot. Instead gets tagged down to half HP. Freakazoid still alive. And so with a minute left on this clock, Flipside, they keep missing chances to actually bring it back.
Well, they're even trying to wallbang the likely path that Freakazoid would have taken. That would have been quite an impressive prediction if he could have made that work. But right now, 47 seconds, and they need to get in here quick and get that bomb down. Otherwise, Echo Fox are going to be in a very good position. They still have a Molotov on Sean as well, so they can actually buy some time or even use them for the eventual defuse. Shooting out the vents and just running straight down, and that's going to work perfectly. But Shazam is down there, getting the 1 kill in. Waylander to take him out. Still a 4-on-3 right now. And left, still in the hot, 1 player for Flipside, and that's going to be instrumental. World Edit guarding the vents as Markelov picks up a kill there on Rix.
Roka still on high. He's going to be going for the flank. Wallbang attempt. Interesting. Draws Markelov back. World Edit point blank will shut down Roka in the vents, and he is going to hear Freakazoid stomping around outside as well. Freakazoid wins the duel versus his teammate, but World Edit, the anchor, just holds things down, and now it's all on Sean Gare's 1v2, and he has no idea where the second man is. Well, he does have a vague idea. He knows that Markelov worked his way in from lobby, so that's why the HE towards ramp, but unfortunately for him, World Edit just making the difference in that round. Really stepped up with the AWP.
Yeah, really big plays and really weird defense coming out of Echo Fox, and I'm wondering, because when Shazam got that kill, what was that? That was a 2-on-4 at that point in time? Or was it a 3-on-4?
Shazam, that was at wasn't that the opening kill when he was in
Well, he got
secret?
the opening, but he got 1 in lower as well.
Oh, right.
So when he got the kill at lower, I don't think there's any reason to keep fighting.
Oh, he goes for the repeak again.
Yeah, because if he just controls ramp, then his teammates can retake that bomb side fairly easily, so maybe a bit too much. I know I keep bringing this up with Shazam, but it does worry me. But with that kind of an opening, he can be excused for a little bit.
Yeah, he plays it smart again. So again, the initial kill there for Echo Fox, and this would be a catastrophe if Flipside actually lost it. Just because only 2 players survived the last round, and so they're not going to have that established money yet to fall back on. And so Echo Fox now, they've got a real chance at playing this like OG Nuke version where you just completely lock it down as CT. But right now, I mean, Flipside, they really are taking their time. They did take note, although Shara is low. No, Markelov is there to join Shara. So again, it's 2 people holding in lobby right now. But eventually, it seems like the game plan might be to get through, get some yard control here. Freakazoid, I do believe, is outside though, so it's not going to be easy.
But they could afford to play it incredibly defensively. It's almost like Flipside is sort of hoping that someone from Echo Fox is going to come and walk in and take a fight somewhere. But why would they? What is the incentive at this point in time for the CT side to do anything other than just run down the clock here? We're at 30 seconds. Are they going to try and see if they can make their way in? Sean up on Hot, and he can see them in this time. So if you try and go down the vent, and that is just never going to happen. Blade going down now, 5 versus 3. Shara trying to move in main, see if he can maybe get onto the bomb site. Shazam going to pick up another couple of kills there. He will go down eventually, but a really good round for him. Triple overall, and a 5-1 scoreline, resetting very hard indeed Flipside's economy.
Yeah, they're down to 1,500. The only guys who actually have any money are the 2 that survived the round before. Markelov with 4,600. So actually, this is almost, well, if he saves, then he can drop that AWP to World Edit eventually. He should at least be investing in some kit, basically, and some utility here to work with, and a single smoke and a P250. That's all he's going to have. This is a double eco scenario, though, for Flipside. It's nasty, so they need to get a bomb plant. So hopefully that smoke will prove useful, and it is going to be the straight rush down to lower B. It looks like through the vents. That's the goal, at least. But they're getting completely shut down by Freakazoid from A main. Doesn't let them get anywhere near it. Markelov crouching in the corner. Not going to get lucky with the shots through the smoke. And what Freakazoid does? For a second there, I thought he actually wanted to jump through there and actually try and go for the knife.
It seemed like he did, but he only has 12 health, so that's just a horrible idea, really. Taking care of Markelov right now should be very easy for them, so just let Sean and Freak stay out of it, and then the 2 people, Shazam and Roka, with any kind of health. Put some flash... Instead of throwing grenades, just put a flashbang in there and get rid of him.
You can see Markelov kind of giggling to himself, too. Just like, okay, how many HEs is it going to take? Am I going to have to dodge here? He gets his own personal fireworks show. That's cool.
And they're actually going to buy. They did have a pretty big bank on Markelov, enough actually that he could buy an AWP, and then they're just going to spread it out for the rest of them. When they're playing this slowly, which is not a big problem, but there are, especially with World Edit and this AWP, there are only really 2 big places you can get openings, and it's either ramp or outside. Playing around Hot or Squeak, it's still possible, but it is I think a big gamble. So if they want to play slow with the AWP, then at least they need to win one of those fights. And World Edit actually going to be in here instead, a little bit annoyed at the fire.
He's actually got an angle to work with though, so that is interesting. A lot of nade damage though on him to start, so that'll be a little frustrating for him. Maybe he was a little disheartened. I mean, opping relies so heavily on confidence, basically. You have to believe that you're going to be landing that shot. So him getting shut down a couple times by Shazam out in the yard, maybe influencing him somewhat. Maybe he thinks, okay, I'll kind of avoid Shazam for now, see if I can't find a pick somewhere else. Still, his teammates are making progress in yard. There is Shazam, though, and he's going to spot the man. Misses the shot. He does take a bullet to the face. Waylander not able to capitalize on that. So pretty much even trade so far. The Oppers having taken the damage.
Blade trying to see if he could get a bit closer there. Roka still just holding in ramp. A good grenade going to be going out. Does a lot of damage to World Edit, but Shazam will be down. And now it's all on Roka. He's going to pick up one, keep spraying, gets another one, transfers, but can't make it onto the third. That would have been a brilliant play there. Shara going to go down, and it's still a man advantage here for Echo Fox, who are off to a very, very good start here on Nuke. 35 seconds, and Blade is now only just in the ramp room, trying to see if he can maybe hit down and all alone. Actually going to be walking back.
What a thing of beauty, that spray control. I bet even Thorin cracked a smile. With that old 1.6 spray, right?
Maybe.
Just a straight transfer. That was some beautiful control from Roka. 7-1 lead here for Echo Fox so far. This is brutal. Savage. Wrecked.
It is. It's the sort of thing that that is so well known on Nuke. And again, it has to. This is. I mean, this is people used to complain about this a lot. I think this is one of the great things about Nuke. I love sort of trying to see how a terrorist team figures out how to make it through. It also doesn't help that Blade has 1 kill and Shower has none. That's obviously going to be a bit of a problem. What we're seeing so far is that Flipside are applying roughly the same pace in all these first 8 rounds, right? They're all the time very slow, just creeping forward. We have not seen any like very, very aggressive plays coming out of them. This time is a bit different, but it doesn't really count since they just have pistol and no armor. But there are lots of things that you can do in this game.
Markov has not spotted the man beneath him, and well, it's all just going to end in heartbreak here. Perfect anti-eco coming in for Echo Fox, but that was chaotic out in the yard.
So I mean, just to point out, instead of just sort of waiting around back here on the map, they can just try and put down some pretty aggressive smokes here, and then make their way down into lower, into Volcano here. That's a perfectly viable option, just to try and see if you can smoke off this and then get down quick. Because as soon as you do that, at the very least, you force the CT side to make some pretty awkward rotations. And we don't even know if Echo Fox are able to do that yet. That's it. Yes, it is a CT-sided map, but you still have to know exactly how to rotate to counter that.
You see, actually, what we saw that last round, Freakazoid heading straight down the vents, that actually shows that Echo Fox had put some thought into it, because he was the first man to act as soon as, I suppose, it was communicated to him that his teammates had lost control of yard. He did make his way straight down vents to go ahead and cut off that secret entrance towards the B site. But, I mean, you're right, it is a little bit tricky. I mean, there's still a lot of work to be done here on this map. Or Sean Gears can just go for one of the more aggressive options for CT side and yard, just push all the way into T-spawn, that works.
Especially now that Freak has been taken out by Shower, who is up on the silo. That means they're going to have no idea that Sean is back here. They think they've just controlled yard. This could end in an absolute massacre. 30 bullets and one guy, the in-game leader of Echo Fox, having infiltrated the lineup. He spots out one, that's Markolov, and he has to shoot now. Make up your mind, Sean. There's the 1 kill, turning around. That's a double, looking for the triple. Not going to get it. That was so close. But still, the confusion that's caused here on Flipside. They just have no idea what just hit him. And again, they're going to be asking Shara, what is going on? You just got the kill on Freak. How was there another one out there?
Where did this guy come from? Magically. That was some sick hesitation, though, for Sean. You know, he's just like, I can't mess this up.
Yeah, what's
Way
the
too
phrase?
close.
Kid in a candy store. He's like, I want everything. I want all of it, all the kills. Too much. Shara alone, and we said he had got no kills. Now he's got 2, so pretty good job on him. Looking for a little bit more, but doesn't have the health for it. And it will be another round for Echo Fox. 9-1. And things are getting worse, it seems, round for round here. This is so good, isn't it? And it's, again, it's just a classic M4.
Not looking too pleased, though, Sean. Sean, you're in the lead 9-1.
He's focusing. He's got 10-3 as well as a scoreline. That's definitely pretty good. 13 on Sham, 12 on Rix. So overall, things aren't looking too bad. Double up setup here for Sean and Shazam.
Yeah, now they can actually start going ham. I mean, Sean can actually take it to try and counter anybody going aggressive here in Radio Room. That could be interesting. Freakazoid, once again, playing from on top of the hut. And, oh, he nearly catches out Blade, but that smoke going to go down. There is a gap, though, so he can still keep the pressure on. Bomb down. Rix is calling it, and he's quick communication actually going to make the difference. That bomb still down. Where are they going? Blade looking for a flank, but Shara gets caught by Freak, and Roka will be the one to drop World Edit. So Blade decides, actually, I'm done with you. Like, that's it. I'm throwing in the towel. I'm actually just going to head on out to the yard right now. Soak up some sunlight, take a breather, kill Rix.
Just a very odd round for Flipside. It's hard to know what... It's really hard to sort of to look at that and say what exactly the plan was, because as soon as the bomb went down, just everything was a bit weird.
Well, I'm curious, but I must ask you a question,
Oh.
Anders. Which one do you like best?
Chaplain.
It is Chaplain. Just to point things out in case, you know, you guys, too long on the internet, it's Chaplain. Or history books, I don't know, whichever you want.
I think the far right one, I might have to appreciate more. But the 2 middle ones, it seems like maybe Jenna could style a little bit. You know, she could maybe like put some
get a braid.
Yeah, braid, and that's what I was looking for.
It's probably, you know, I mean, Swedes are good. and they're Vikings and all that in CS, right? But I don't think braiding your mustache is going to make you any better if it translates into the game, right?
I wonder if we could internet bully Sean into growing a mustache just by bringing it up. Because he was tweeting earlier. I have no idea why people are like tweeting me pictures of myself with a mustache. Which is just hilarious.
That's just a freakish thing to do, so I don't know about that, man. But Shower and World Edit, they're still alive. They're down a man.
Yeah, and this is around where they didn't have anything going into it. So it's kind of cool that they've got 2 guns and a couple of kills in here as well. Shower with a really good play there, and Roka getting, I think, a little bit complacent. Now, can they also get the bomb plant down? It's sort of somewhere in between Shower and World Edit, and Sean and Freak are creeping up. So this is a weird round. I think this is one of those rounds that just comes down to timing. Eventually, someone's going to find someone looking the wrong way, and that's going to settle it.
That is, I mean, it can be as silly as that sometimes. But Freakazoid, he's got a good angle right now. World Edit is actually going to have to use his single smoke, his only smoke, to try and create some space to work with. He will block off Freakazoid. So there's a little bit of information for Freakazoid to go off of. 30 seconds left, though, so there really isn't a whole lot of time for shenanigans here for Flipside. And Freakazoid, he realizes that what he's going to be doing is just closing off the angle. So he's basically playing for the site at this point. And Sean, in the meantime, perfect positioning, runs out of bullets, goes for the knife. It's a knife fight. No, and he gets the leg. What?
Justice, but then he runs right into Freakazoid. Oh, no.
I don't even.
What an absolutely mad way to finish the round. I mean, imagine if they had stuck to the lower ground, if they could have somehow made it out.
But look at Freak, where he's just like looking up at the ceiling or something, just like, no. Imagine if the guy actually had a gun out.
Yeah. Someone could have interjected and just shouted Mortal Kombat in there, and it would have been fully ready for it. 11-1 being the scoreline, and right now, Flipside are not having a good time at all. This time, are they going to go for the smokes outside? I mean, they don't seem very well prepared at all. There's the double smoke, so they can make it past. That's what we were talking about earlier. They just need to not run into Sam Zorb. And actually, did that tag the railing?
That's what I'm wondering.
It looked like it was dead on.
But he took no damage. Do you really? Does the railing actually stop the bullet completely?
It shouldn't. But I think I tested it, and I think it shouldn't. But maybe I'm wrong. Freak on the stairwell here, and they are ready for it. And now he's in a lot of trouble. Has to try and find a way to get out. Flashbang actually going to go a little bit aggressive behind it, but Blade will take him out, and that smoke to get down is just exactly what they needed.
Blade wins the game of Whack-A-Freak. And so, unfortunately, it's not going to happen. Roka, Rix, and Sean Garrett's the last 3 alive here for Echo Fox. Still a winnable position for Echo Fox, no matter how silly that sounds, because they've committed a bit to this B site. They've got that crossfire going right now. Sean Garrett's crouching behind the silo with the support of Roka from the actual ramp room. So this could get interesting if they come out onto the B site. But naturally, the bomb is dropped out in the middle of nowhere, and Flipside have to actually go back and pick it up. Waylander's going to get that job.
30 seconds here. 3 versus 5. I mean, this is the best chance by far that Flipside have had to actually win it, apart from the pistol round. So if they can't win this, then you've got to wonder if anything will really make it work. 20 seconds here, and the bomb, it will be going down. Roka alone walking into Markolov, and that's a flawless round coming out of Flipside out of nowhere. And, you know, not to... There we go. Did we see it?
Shoots over his shoulder,
yeah.
Looks like.
So over the shoulder. Just to point out again, I mean, apart from obviously getting the entry outside, just the confusion that it causes going down that stairwell to get to the B-bomb site is enough that Echo Fox seemed to be unable to keep up. So I'm really glad that this is the first time we've seen Flipside do anything like that. It took them 12 rounds to do it.
Now it's all about just maintaining their cool and picking up the remaining 2 rounds in this first half. Charo once again heading straight up to Silo. There's currently Sean Garrett playing around in Garage outside, so he is going to try and change things up a little bit. It's mainly been Shazam, Freakazoid kind of holding down this part of the map, but now Sean showing some variety that might keep Flipside guessing for a little bit. Oh, busting up the windows, the skylights, that actually sets it up for an execute here.
The problem is, because this is the first time they shoot out the windows, that's going to be so obvious to Echo Fox as well. If you do it every round, then that's different. Oh, no, it doesn't work. Very hard. The window's still intact, and I'm wondering if that made a difference. Molotov goes in, and Rick's going to have to change his position ever so slightly. Sean Gez has gone down, though, and Waylander charging in. Going to pick up a good kill there. Shazam with the 1 AWP shot, but the bomb, can they put it down? It's Blade who's got it picked up, and he's right underneath Shazam at the moment. 3 versus 3 as well, that it gets down by Roka, and the bomb has finally been planted.
That is the key duel right there. Freakazoid drops a Shara, though. If he could have picked him up, then they can pinch onto the site. Shazam doing some good work, though. Still on high, picks up Shara, but it's all on him now in a 1v2. And Blade steps out into the open, removes his head. So 11-3. That was some good work. Well, just a no-fear approach from Flipside. They're like, actually, it does look like there's a lot of room for polish here. Like, clearly they have an idea behind the execute. They just aren't really hitting their smokes, hitting their nades.
Well, but I mean, it's kind of frustrating because why have they waited this long until they even try and do it, you know? It's only the end of the half they decide, wait a minute, we know some of these smokes, we know some of like the Molotov worked. If the smoke for Opera had worked, then Shazam probably wouldn't even have got the first kill because he would have been smoked off, right?
Yep.
So just, that's a bit frustrating. Why wait 12 rounds until you decide, actually, we'll just use our playbook anyway.
This can be a pretty brutal spot that Rix is holding now with the CZ up close and hot like that. That is nasty, especially with World Edit, well, having showed a tendency in the past at least to play from lobby. Slowly but surely, Blade is working his way in here, however, so we'll have to see if Rick's going to get the drop on him at some point. Blade is just playing super passive, though. But he will go for the jump, making some noise. Rick's right on the edge. If he sees that nade go out, does Rix actually just try and pounce? The only problem is Markloff is here. He's going to go up the ladder. Rix is getting all of this audio information now.
Smoke in. Waiting right on the other side. Are they going to check the core? Indeed, they will. Pretty good and solid work coming out of Blade there. If they can get the 4th round here, that makes a massive difference. Again, this is Nuke we're talking about. The difference between 3 and 4 rounds is pretty damn huge if you're playing on the T side. Right now, 3 versus 5. Sean almost walking under him at that point in time, and Markov is still going to win the fight. Both Blade and Markov at 4 health, but again, they should be winning this round. It's got to feel weird to Flipside knowing that they lost that many rounds in a row, and then suddenly they just know how it works again. Good little grenade running in there, but well did it. Close range shot there. Freak trying to flash his way through, but it's a 1-on-4. He's going to go down. Well did it. Not going to play that game. 11-4 for the first half here.
Can we get a reaction shot of Markov? Actually, when that nade caught, because I could have swore I just heard him go like, ah! You know, like, trying to run away from the nade.
It's not impossible that just happened, but I mean,
whoa.
This could be. Look at all these reactions. I love it. This could go either way right now. 11-4 is a very open scoreline, especially if Flipside can win the pistol. So don't despair just yet. We are going to be back with the second half on Nuke here after a break. It took a lot of work, but eventually Flipside figured out how to play the T side of Nuke, and it ended up with an 11-4 scoreline here, which may not look all that good. If it was a different map, we'd certainly be complaining a lot, but for this map, it can work. Shazam and World Edit here, 16 and 14 kills. You know, pretty close, I mean, especially considering how far behind they were, right? Not a bad job at all for World Edit.
Yeah, he's been pretty consistently delivering with that AWP, the primary offer for the team. And I mean, he just continues to go toe-to-toe with Shazam and actually match up well. So it's really interesting to see him develop. I'm curious to see how quickly he'll be able to get his AWP, because that's going to be key. If they lose the round here, if they lose this pistol.
Yeah, and this is I mean, again, I'm a big fan of Nuke. I think it's a great map. But here's the thing. The reason you want 3 or 4 rounds on the T side is really just as a buffer. So if you lose the pistol, you're not out of the game yet. So they have even if they lose the pistol, they can win this game. That's how fun Nuke could be. But if they win it, then, you know, they could be right back in this game. They could be in a very good spot. No, Echo Fox have by no means won this game.
Exactly. They could be the ones to get that total lockdown going. We'll see. Sean Gares manages to sneak his way down the vents, and now it does look like they want to try and end up on the B site. Sean is supposed to be the anchor here to actually shut down Shara, but he completely messes up Shara with 1 HP. Best Sean Gares. Still, 4-on-4, and Echo Fox now on the B site. They should be able to get the bomb plant fairly quickly here. And all the way in the corner, look at this. I bet
if he had a mustache, that wouldn't have happened. That's all I'm going to say. World Edit, also very low on health, and they're planning right outside that little, what are we going to call it, office. Markolov is going to be picking up a good shot there on Freakazoid in a second wall. That's some surgical position coming out of Markolov. Picking up another kill there on Shazam, and now, knock, knock, anyone home? We've got a lot of bullets we'd like to sell you. Markolov actually handing them out for free right now. Going to be a triple kill for him. All headshots so far. Roker inside, trying to see if he can maybe save this round. They're defusing right outside. Markolov is there, and Roker, oh my god, he gets the shot that might have done it. Roker, he's going to get another one in there, and I don't know if they have time for it. They're just scrambling on top of the bomb. Oh, no.
The kit! It dropped on the other side of the wall. They couldn't actually pick up the kit. That's why they were scrambling.
What a fantastic round in every way.
Oh, they're so bad right now. Blade is so pissed.
This is a point in time when you're allowed to be really salty.
Dude, right in the minds with Mouse Sports. Unreal. Hold on. So once the smoke clears, you guys can see, they're all trying to get to the kit, and it dropped out of reach. Oh, my. Oh, that is, well, they don't. Valve need feedback. There's 1 bit right there. Make it so that stuff can't actually drop on the other side.
I mean, that is a 1 in 1,000 chance. I don't even know if they would have had time with the kit. But obviously there could be another instance in the future where it could happen.
Sean is so on point. That's why they plant the bomb over there. Like, if we kill the diffuser.
What a fantastic pistol round, in all honesty. Well, that put Flipside in a very awkward position. In spite of the amount of fun it was for us to watch, probably wasn't that much fun for Flipside. And now Markolov going to be sneaking out. That was such a good angle. That could have been beautiful. But again, we're talking about a buffer here, and they have only a tiny bit to work with. It's going to be real close for the CIS team, and they're losing 2 already. Seems like Echo Fox are on point.
Yeah, they're definitely geared up. Oh, beautiful shot from Blade. Slams Shazam, but it is going to be Waylander. He's got the old man shotgun, though, so we'll see if he can actually go hunting right now. Make some money. $900 a kill with the shotgun, so definitely the kind of gun that you want to have up close and hot. You can do it. You can really just control this space. JW was one of the best at just locking down this area with the Mag 7 and with the AWP. Basically, just put JW in close quarters combat. The guy's gonna wreck you. There was a time, Anders. There was a time.
Yeah, I mean, have we seen Fnatic play Nuke yet?
Not this Nuke.
I don't think so.
That was back when they were like experimenting with it, right? I mean, this is way back. This is like.
Yeah,
it's been
quite a while. What those I think it'll be fun, and maybe especially when the major rolls around. I imagine Nuke's going to be one of those odd picks that will upset the situation quite a bit.
Na'Vi are in a bit of a tight spot, aren't they? I mean, it was discussed on the desk earlier, but.
Yeah,
they were a team
up,
that
Nuke
exactly insta-banned Cash. Now they have to worry about Nuke, which is a map that they definitely don't want to think about, considering it knocked them out of a major versus Fnatic, of course.
Yeah. But I mean, NiP originally went through sort of a similar situation, right? They lost Nuke and Train for a while, and those were some of the really big maps for them. So that's just kind of how I guess life is if you're a professional CSGO player. 18th round is coming up, and we are looking at a 13-4 scoreline here. And they do have a Nova shotgun there on Waylander, but apart from that. Again, this is the buffer we were talking about. They're going to need to use all of it, because very likely this will be 14-4 at which point you can still win Nuke.
Who is that sitting outside in the yard? It's Roka. I was just like, all I'm thinking is Roka's just like willing Markelov to peek again. He's like, peek again.
Do it.
Punk. That's what happens. Well, man advantage still here for Fox, and they're just being so very thorough. Perfect anti-eco as far as they're concerned. And the reason why I say that is because they're all grouped up. They're stacked up. They want to make sure that they can't get easily overwhelmed or wrecked by Waylander with that Nova. Waylander not going to get another one, but Blade is there. He picks up a kill. So that's why you stack up, so that it doesn't get out of control and you don't drop guns. Flipside, they get a couple kills, but they can't capitalize on it. They can't walk away with an AK that we would a nuisance later.
Blade, yeah, turning around. Poor timing there, but that will happen sometimes. I feel like there's something so definitive about getting shot in the face with a Nova shotgun. You just feel like I couldn't do anything. I'm out of it. Well, really, really good round shooting down the AK, but I don't think they managed to pick it up, so we're going to be saving the Galil instead. 14-4 right now, wearing an Echo Fox shirt and hat. He's got to be feeling pretty good at the moment.
I mean, we had Selfless Fan. Now we have Fox Fan.
Fox, the single one. Like there are going to be more. I feel like, I don't know why, if it's just, I feel like all the time I'm hearing new things about Echo Fox. It feels like they're just, I mean, not just about the Counter-Strike team, but just generally on the up and up, it seems.
Well, they have a League team, right?
Yeah, I feel like maybe it's just the advertising, but it's working out pretty well for them. Look at the charge coming through here. Flipside, this is the one chance they have. They have used up the buffer. Now they must win this round, or they don't have a chance at all. And Markelov making damn sure that's going to happen. Great double kill there, and Sean Gares all alone. No bomb plant, 1-on-3. Very tight defense. But I do love the fact that the American team tried to go for this much of an aggressive push. That's a really good round to do it in. Because if you win it there, you just win the map immediately almost.
Essentially, now we have to see if Sean can get lucky, basically. He needs to catch somebody out. Markelov waiting on the other side of the vents. Sean going to close that angle off, though. So he's just waiting. He's just like 5 seconds too late, unfortunately. He could have caught Waylander out there earlier, but Waylander instead just holding solid on the site. And Markelov to get another kill, 3, I think, at the end of the round. So solid work coming in from Markelov. He seems to be the one really trying to be the anchor here for Flipside. Show some fight.
Indeed. I mean, he's at 14 tied with World Edit, top fragging on their team. Shazam at 19 on the other side. So, yeah, very, very important. Now, that's like the first test that they managed to pass. Now, there's still one more because Echo Fox sort of forced up in this round, which is not such a bad buy. I think that's very reasonable. So they need to win this one as well, and then they should be able to start to feel a little bit more secure. Oh, Roka looks to be going in here. This is now. I mean, in the previous version of Nuke, this wasn't such a dangerous corner to peek, but right now, because you could be spotted from sort of an additional angle, it gets a bit more tricky.
Oh, clever from Shazam.
Yeah,
tries to drop into the angle. I like it. Not going to be anybody holding main for now, although we will get a man dropping down vents. I believe that's Blade making his way down towards the B site. Markelov should be there soon enough. I believe he is out in the yard, yeah, looking for that silo shot, but not going to find anybody just yet. I believe Sean Gares just shot out the windows on A. So that's something for Flipside to go off of here. The incendiary goes out. Sean making absolutely sure that his flash can be effective. Rix is going to lead the way, takes out Blade. Waylander from on top of the hut. Attempts to fade away, not going to happen. Rix with a second kill, and there's Shazam chiming in. Drops World Edit.
This is brilliant right now from Echo Fox. Very nice executed. Freakazoid will be going down. Shara trying to see if he can stop the bomb there, but Sean survives on just 7 health, leaving Markelov all on his own. The bomb is down as well. It's a 1-on-3, and they could just spread out and hide right now. I almost wish that Rix would run further away, but he's right around the corner. They're going to get a kill anyway. Triple kill for Shazam, and a very good execute with the Molotovs and everything else that was going on here. The one that goes onto the hot, though, I don't think actually worked, and I don't know if it was because of that smoke. It probably was.
Yeah, it seems like the smoke would have been what was stopping it. I mean, I like the smoke a lot because it allows the guy to get out from Squeak Door, right?
Yeah.
Just run out, power out onto the site. All you have to worry about is main at that point. I mean, it's interesting. Echo Fox, though, they've got the buy. It's Flipside, economy broken. They can only afford the single rifle. That's on Shara, and I like to see that Echo Fox, once again, sticking together as a unit. They've already shown that they can play anti-ecos. Now just take their time. There's the setup. There's the flash. And Shazam not going to miss the shot. Looks for more, and he gets it. 2 kills for him.
So they almost made it Flipside, but Echo Fox, I would say, looked quite well prepared on this particular map, and that's very exciting. Sean definitely putting in a lot of work on this one. Blade, last man left in a 1-on-4, makes it 1-on-3. Still has a mountain of work ahead of him to try and see if he could put this into, well, I mean, just into a 6th round for now, but ultimately into overtime, and opens up the door. Freakers are going to be out of it.
They're going to be so insanely frustrated with this guy right now. Because he's so clever.
Playing.
Exactly, he's so clever. Now he makes his way onto the other side. Shazam sees it coming, though. Game is up. And that's the end of the line, Blade. 16-5. Echo Fox. Clearly having a bit more experience on the map.
It seemed like it. And I've also got to say, again, it seemed like Flipside were just, at the end of it, very, very slow to pull out those tactics. Oh, all right. I like it.
Yet.
I like it a lot.
Jinx.
Do you think that's going to jinx it?
Isn't there like you're not supposed to touch the trophy, right? No player will ever touch the trophy before the end. Because that'll jinx it for them to actually get it.
Is that a real thing? Someone tweet me and tell me if that's true. Well, either way, I think Flipside were just a little bit too slow to figure out what to do on the T side, but great seeing Nuke. I definitely appreciate it. That's only the first map, though, in this match between Echo Fox and Flipside. We'll have a bit of a breakdown of this one before we get into the second one.